And here we go. Welcome to an all-new episode of The Huddle. I'm Ed Tate from BlueBombers.com. We're here live at our fancy smancy studio here at Princess Auto Stadium, as per usual. Very, very pleased to be joined today by one of my favorite guys on this team, one of the most popular guys in the locker room, veteran kicker Sergio Castillo, and also now the Canadian Football League record holder for the most 50-yard field goals or more in a career. 42 now. Sergio, awkward fist bump. Thank you very much for joining us this week. We're going to do, oh yeah, I forgot. Got to introduce Josh, our producer Josh. We got smart on the buttons over there to make things work here. Josh always helps pick up the fumbles I leave on the ground, like I just dropped one right now. This week we're going to sort of stick to the script, maybe veer off a little bit. We're going to talk to Sergio about not his road traveled, but about the record that he's just had. We're going to do a section that Josh has called grab bag, because with Sergio, things go off the rails sometimes.
That's it. I don't even know. Do we really stick to the script with
Well,
Sergio? You might as well throw that out right now.
The script is for me. And the rest doesn't matter. And we'll have questions from fans. We've got a jersey giveaway.
Big time.
Yeah, we've got a jersey giveaway. But as per usual, we always like to start the show off with something we call the Coors Light Chill Chat, where we get to know Bomber players a little bit better. And this is brought to you by the Coors Light. Welcome to Coors Light Chill Chat, proudly brought to you by Coors Light, the official beer and chill choice of the Blue Bombers.
People will try anything to make their beer cold. Viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
Okay, here we go. Sergio, you've done this before. This is your third appearance on this show.
I must be doing something right. Billy Currington.
We kind of like to start off even goofier than usual. So these are just kind of quick hitters that we like to throw out. Okay. So this is one of my favorites. It's a newer one that we get some interesting answers on. Okay.
All
so
right.
There's a zombie apocalypse
Yes.
in the world. You get to pick 3 guys from the locker room that are going to help you get through this.
Definitely not Stan. Definitely not Stan.
Okay, well, that's an interesting way to start.
Yeah.
How come not Stan?
He's too slow right now. You know, he would hold the herd back. I'm going to go with my operations. Jams and Ian. You know, we know each other pretty well, you know.
Long snapper Ian LaRue.
Yeah, Ian LaRue and Jameson. I need one more, right?
Sure.
You said 3, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 3 in total?
It's 4. So you
4.
pick one more.
My fourth one. Who's good out in the wild? I feel like Tanner.
Tanner Kidwallader. How come?
I mean, you look at his body, he can go against anything. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you can put him out in the wild, he can start a fire for us.
He could start a fire.
I
okay.
think.
Yeah. And what do Ian and Jams bring to
the? Ian, the good vibes. You know.
You're gonna need good vibes. It's a pretty dark scenario.
We need good vibes. You know, right? Jams. What does Jams bring? I was gonna say books because he likes books, but good vibes, I guess too. We're just a bunch. Yeah, we'll just depend on Tanner. I know I don't bring much to the table.
Serge, you're a beauty. Okay.
Hey, what's that show called though? That came out like in the 2000.
Lost?
No, 12 about
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. So it came out 2015. I remember because I was 2 years out of university, and I remember going to a buddy's house with him and his family, and we would just kill a bunch of M&Ms. My buddy and Caden. You know, we'd go with his family. We would just.
So what does this have to do with when you're watching?
Oh, it
Walking
was
Dead?
zombie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unrelated.
Yeah, it's related. Zombie apocalypse. But that was probably one of the last zombie shows I've watched.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Okay. This is do you have a hidden talent, or what's the most useless skill you have?
Sheesh. In the morning, I don't do anything, and at night, I rest.
Okay. That's to the point. Yeah. Okay. Rolling along here. If you weren't kicking for a living, what do you think you would be doing for a profession right now?
I think I would have gone into initially. I think I would have gone into teaching coaching at the time, because early on in my career, when I was inconsistent in football with a football job, especially my first 3 years, I was on and off. I was substituting a lot, and I think I definitely would have done some type of coaching, right? So I don't know about football because I don't know much about it, but maybe about soccer or baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't, you know what? I would have loved to get my music major. I would have loved to be a band director.
Yeah,
in
you
high
were in
school.
band, right?
Excuse me. I think that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Right. I still enjoy music a lot. Have a drum set at home, teaching Jared, a little bit here and there. Right. So when he gets to middle school, he's rolling.
Yeah. So when you were in band, were you the drum?
No, that's the one regret I have in life. I played bass drum, and the regret that I have is I didn't try out for snare drum because I was timid, I was scared, and I wanted to be like those badasses, right? Just snare drum, you be centerpiece, and bass drum's cool, but obviously the biggest the badasses are the snare drummers.
They are. I didn't
or
know
the
that.
tenors, right? With the 3/4 drums, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been cool too, but. I
didn't know there was a badass pecking order in band.
Oh yeah,
Yes, there is.
Obviously the snare drummers, and you have your snare leader, right?
Yeah.
And then it's the bass drums, and if you have the quints, I think they're called the quints, which is a tenor, which is 3 to 4 drums, and then you have the cymbal players if you're big enough, right? And that's what makes the drum line.
Okay.
So, but yeah, good old days back at La Jolla High. We used to play
La Jolla High.
La Jolla High School. Man, that's been 20 years, man. Since I first started
I
kicking
won't
the ball.
tell you how long it's been for me, but anyway, let's move on. This is Josh's favorite question. Do you believe there's life elsewhere in this universe?
There has to be. I think there has to be. It's too big. The universe is too big, And I go on these YouTube videos of space. It just it amazes me, right? Because there's a lot of unknown out there, right? And it's a big... Space is big. So it's just like, I don't know, I think there has to be something out there.
We had Major Williams on. He had basically a close encounters sort of thing with he thinks a ghost or something, another being.
Yeah. My follow-up question is, have there been aliens here already?
In this studio? Yes.
Oh, man. I don't know if it's aliens, but maybe some bigger being, taller.
Okay. All right.
I would venture to say maybe.
Okay.
We don't have all the answers and the unknown, and it's
Good man.
We haven't
Good
had
man.
one person say that they don't believe this.
You're right.
Okay, so
You're
that's
right.
interesting.
You know what also interests me is the sea, the ocean, right? We've only discovered a certain percentage of it, right? And it's just
Very true.
and it's
Very true.
scary because it's like we don't know what's under there.
Could be another hidden city started
Yeah,
by another
exactly.
civilization somewhere else.
Before we move on,
Okay.
what do you think about doing the food feature of the game? Before we keep going through the questions.
Let's not remember the script doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant. So
Yeah, let's go. Well,
What do we got here?
is from our amazing kitchen. So you passed one of those to Sergio,
it's still warm too.
and one of them's from you,
Hey.
specially made to order just for the show. So this is the crispy chicken sandwich. It's our food feature of the game for this upcoming game on Friday. It has honey mustard sauce, lettuce, pickles, and it's on a beautiful pretzel bun. So Sergio, show that to the camera. Show them what you got there.
Damn.
Look at this bad
I've
boy.
always loved it. The buns with seeds. Look at that.
Oh, that looks
This
amazing.
is where we get paid to eat it on air again.
We do.
Okay.
We
so
do. So Sergio, give it a nice juicy bite and let the fans know how it is.
You
Look
hit
at that. That is
succulent.
really awesome looking.
It looks amazing.
Can I have one of these after the game?
Mm-hmm.
That's very good.
This is actually pretty good.
We'll pause for 5 minutes while I eat this.
Look at that. Cooking chicken is hard, but if you can just get where it's just white and then just juicy, money.
And crispy on the outside.
My favorite.
Let me go in for one more bite, and then we're going to go back to the Coors Light
We
Choke
are.
Cat now that we
Okay.
all have mouths full of food.
Let's finish.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
I got to save this. That's very good.
I'll put it back on the shelf, and I'll give it to you after.
Oh,
He's
he's not
not.
here. I might
Oh.
have something in another.
Oh, I see. Okay.
When you're
Anyways.
talking, maybe I'll grab another
Yeah,
bite.
you
Same.
could.
Okay. That is
Feature
really
of the
good.
game. Crispy chicken sandwich.
Very good.
Get it on at Friday's game.
The bun is killer.
Agreed.
Okay. More goofy questions, Sergio. Just a couple more. If you could have a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be? Anything.
Club soda.
Club soda?
Like I have to buy it constantly because it's my favorite. That's something I can't live without.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you can say money, this and that.
Tequila, maybe, or
Pueblo Viejo, tequila, or club soda.
club soda. Hey, okay.
And then,
Oh.
last, beef fajitas. Because those three things, when I make it most of the time at home, brings the family together,
Oh,
right? So, birthday party or just because, hey, the wife would be like, hey, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She's like, hey, 40 people are coming over. At 6 o'clock, can you grill it up? I'm like, heck yeah, baby, I got you.
you'd never be short of club soda, sir.
Club soda,
Yeah, okay.
tequila. And I have a rule. Once we have a barbecue at home, as soon as you come in the house, you got to take at least a quarter of a shot. I'm being nice. I used to do a full shot, but at least a quarter now.
You got to
Adults.
get his address. Let's get
Hey.
his address.
Let's put it on the internet for
Yeah.
everyone.
Come to Canyon, America, Texas.
Okay. Just a couple more here. Is there a celebrity out there that just annoys the crap out of you?
No,
And if there
I
isn't,
mean, I
no?
don't think so.
You're kind of a chill guy.
I'm pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's
I'm
okay.
trying
We
to
can
think.
just say no.
Yeah.
If you could have any kind of superpower, what would you choose?
Abs. I know it's not a superpower, but I want some abs where I can just eat anything and I don't have to worry about my stomach.
Okay. I'm not sure that qualifies as a superpower.
Hey,
but
we're
we'll-
going out of the box here, man.
Yeah, we are.
Everyone wants abs. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
just want it once in my life. That's it.
Okay.
Just once.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I can go to the beach, oil it up, get in front of the wifey. How you doing, baby?
Yeah. Okay. If you could time travel, would you go back in time or forward into the future?
You know, watching the movies Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 that I'm a big fan of. I would like to steal the idea where they go back in time and they have that book
Of
where
all
they
the
kept-
bets.
Yes. And then set my future generations.
Is it Biff? The Biff,
Biff
does that.
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Biff.
You could know all. You could bet on the future that
Mhm.
Sergio Castillo is going to
Yeah.
become the all-time leader in field goals.
But you know what would also be cool is to like witness historic moments
Uh-huh.
in like sporting events. I'm a big sports guy, right?
Yeah.
So like knowing like what game there was going to be a big game, right? Or like,
Okay, well, which big game would you like to have seen?
I mean,
live?
I think I would have liked to see Babe Ruth play. I'm a big baseball guy. The 1970, 1986 World Cup in Mexico.
Mm.
I think that would have been
Yep.
pretty cool. And the Boston Red Sox against the Yankees. I think it was 2004 when the Red Sox were down 3-0 and they turned it around. I think that's
Okay,
that
I
had
like
never
it.
been done before, right?
I like it.
So
That's very good. Okay, let's move on to the next. Oh wait,
Let's do it. Let's move on to the next segment, which is not on your script because we have just a moment. We're gonna take a moment here. So I'm just gonna clue everyone in here that doesn't know. Sergio was on the show in our inaugural season. I think he was the 3rd or 4th episode, and as Sergio was on the show, it actually led to the most viral moment in the history of the show, and it is still to this day our most viewed video on Instagram with over 1.4 million views. It went crazy viral. And he wasn't even trying to be funny. He was being dead serious.
yeah, dead serious.
And for those of you that haven't seen the clip, we're going to roll it right now as a celebration of having Sergio back on the show. So, Smart, you can roll the clip.
Here's the thing. I have 2 meals after the game that I do, right? I either do a large pepperoni pizza with frozen hot Cheetos and an Oreo
wait a
McFlurry.
minute, Frozen?
Here's the thing. Trust me on this one. So, 2017, I'm rooming with Jay Langa when I was with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. We go to our first grocery trip together, right? Because we're roommates. And he puts his Frito-Lays in the freezer. I'm like, Jay, they don't go there. He's like, bro, I put them there by accident when I was a kid, and I tasted them, and now I do that. Your boy hasn't gone back since. I've been putting my hot Cheetos in the freezer. Now, it doesn't make them. Here's the thing: the texture. As soon as that chip touches your lips, takes you to another world.
Okay, so
It's
because
crunchier.
frozen?
Which it's not frozen.
Oh.
It's just cold.
Cold on the hot pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the clip, the viral clip. And as a celebration, we thought we'd bring in some frozen hot
I see what
Cheetos.
you mean now?
on pizza.
Damn. Where's the camera? We gotta get this.
That camera right there, that's all you.
This is a typical day.
Oh, holy moly! Look at that.
Jeez. If any of y'all haven't tried it yet, it doesn't have to be hot Cheetos. It can be any chips.
And
right?
those are frozen. Those are frozen hot Cheetos for you, my friend.
Damn, you guys are very kind. Look at this one.
Okay, well, wait a minute. We
Come
gotta slide
try
it.
some, Poppy.
You go first.
No, go.
No, it's your
Poppy.
thing. It's your record.
Bite into that. Let us know how it is live. Make sure you get the frozen hot Cheetos on it.
Here we
1.4 million Instagram views later, 2 years later,
And we're here.
we have it live in the flesh.
And this is why I don't have a six-pack.
Okay, here, Josh. I've never tried this.
I haven't
before.
either, so we probably should try it.
More food eating on
You know
live
what?
on the
I
show.
want this after the game. Here's one. I just want a whole
Look at this.
buffet.
This is out of control. Frozen flamin' hot Cheetos on pizza. Come on, Eddie, let's do it.
I know it still baffles my mind that you came up with this idea, or did you come up?
I mean, I don't know if I came up with it, but my fat ass just enjoys it. So,
There's
like I
something
said,
going on here. I like
it doesn't have to be hot Cheetos. It can be Doritos. It can be any type of chips. My buddy Jay Langa,
Yeah.
who my teammate that had in Hamilton, he would do regular Frito Lays, and that's how this whole thing came about. So,
Yeah,
You know what?
it kind of works.
Pizza is amazing, and frozen hot Cheetos are amazing. What's not to like?
True. And
then
so, what was the frozen part again? Because he accidentally put it in the freezer.
when
not
he
a-
was younger,
Yeah.
my buddy Jay said he put the chips by accident. Come on, don't be wasting precious chips. That's mine now. My buddy Jay, he said he put the Lay's by accident in the freezer when he was younger, and then when he took them out and he tasted them like that, and he still had it, and he was like, "Damn, this is pretty good." I'm like, "I'm gonna try this," and I've been doing it ever since.
Well, I can see why.
You know what? That's amazing.
I think I might. This might be supper for me later on. I'm going to pick up some on the way home.
You should.
Yep. Okay.
You should. Anyways, with that, maybe we should get on to the show.
1.4 million. That thing is
1.4 million views on Instagram alone.
That's a lot, even by my mathematical
It's a lot.
challenged brain. That's a lot. Okay. So, to further celebrate this, in Edmonton, you hit two 50-yard bombs. The second one to tie the game. The first one broke the record, though, to make Sergio the all-time leader in field goals of 50 yards or more. You have 42 now in your career, 7 of 10 this year. Pretty good numbers from 50 yards plus.
Could be better.
Well, sure.
Could be better.
It says 42 of 63 in your career from that distance. Amazing. And the guy you passed is actually the Blue Bombers' all-time leading scorer in Troy Westwood. So that's kind of cool, too. What's going on here, Sergio? That's a pretty cool record. You got to be pretty proud of that one.
Obviously, like we lost, so it was just I was very, especially the way we lost that one. It was tough, right? So I wasn't really thinking about celebrating or the record, and it wasn't until I give myself 24 hours, right? Good game, bad game.
Right.
If it's good, enjoy it. If it's bad, all the negative emotions, but so I can let them out, right? Good or bad, and that way I can move on for the rest of the week, right? But after 24 hours, I was able to I started looking back of all the guys that have helped me out.
Well, you got a list. Look at
And this
you got
is
a
my list.
notebook here.
This is my list. So, snapper, holder, and this is the guys that have helped me out in this journey. Chad Rempel, Brian Braun, Aaron Crawford, Luke Tasker, Tanner Dahl, Danny O'Brien, Mike Benson, Sean McGuire, Leggio as well. He held a little bit in 21. Peter Adgie, Scott Hutter, Matt Mengel, John Ryan, Mike Benson, Jams, Ian LaRue, and Jams. And we were in meetings, 8:15. So the day after the game, I started thinking of these guys because they don't get enough credit, right? And there's a lot of times that people don't see is like where I can have a miss hit, but because the snap is good, the hold is good, it'll save me. And I've had a lot of those, right? And obviously my coaches, right? Kicking coaches I've had along the years, Paul Asbury, Gary Zahner, Brian Egan, obviously my mom, being there, when I was in high school. And I remember on Wednesdays, we didn't have band practice. And it was my freshman year. And I went to go chill out with my soccer buddies. And there were some footballs there. And my soccer coach, Coach Tames, who's like my dad, may he rest in peace. He had some footballs there, and we're just kicking. Didn't think much of it. This is in like September, beginning of football season. Fast forward to May, school's about to be over. And he said, Sergio, you remember that time back in September you kicked some footballs? I'm like, yeah, why? He said, well, the football team's looking for a kicker. You should try out. I was like, nah, like I didn't like football, and I was shy. And, finally I did the tryout. School, we go into the summer. Forgot about the tryout. It's August the 8th, 2006. We're in band camp. And our high school was pretty huge. We're about I think close to 200 band kids, something like that.
Wow.
So we had speakers all over a football field. And our band director, Mr. Ruben Adame, big Cowboy fan, he called me through the speakers. He's like, hey, Sergio, Coach Villaseñor, the football coach wants to talk to you. And I'm like, why does he want to talk to me? I had totally forgot about the tryout. And so I go to the football locker room, and I remember before going to the locker room, I'm going to the weight room, and I see Coach Aaron Garcia, special teams coach, bald head at the time, just jacked. He was doing cable flies, and I was just scared of him, right? And because he was like, hey, I'm special teams coordinator, blah, blah. He was like, come on in. And I remember seeing 2 lockers. Well, I saw, 3, but the first 2 I saw was Richard Cantu, number 24, and Joe Garza, number 27. They were the only sophomores playing varsity. And then I saw number 26. And that's when Coach Garcia said, you're going to be the starting kicker here.
Wow.
And then Coach Villaseñor, the head coach, comes, and I tell him, like, hey, I appreciate you, but if I cannot march, I'm not going to play football, because at the time I wanted to major in music. He's like, Sergio, we'll find a way. So the deal was I would come practice in the mornings. My mom would drop me off at 6:30 in the morning. And my buddy Pat Flores would come and help and shag footballs for me. And in the afternoons I would do band. And so obviously there's just so many people that have helped me along this journey, right? Yep. I look back to 2017 when I tore my ACL. I was out 618 days without a contract. And there's times I just wanted to quit. The physical part's easy when you're recovering, but it's the mental aspect, right? And my best friend, my wife, Adriana Cavazos, she's like, hey, I'll be your sugar mama. You focus on you.
Yep.
I'll take care, as much as I can. And then you're going to be back. And the saying is true, is behind every strong man is a strong woman, right? Yep. So I credit a lot to her, because there was a lot of times I wanted to quit. A lot of times. I remember going to a combine in 2017, and this is before I tore my ACL. I've been on and off in teams. I went to a combine in Arizona, and didn't do well. And I remember crying in Adriana's arms because I knew it was over. I thought it was over. I'm like, it's my 4th year. I haven't had like a consistent full season under my belt. And I thought the chapter of being a professional football player was going to be over. And in comes Dennis McKnight, who's now a special teams coordinator in BC. I had him in Hamilton, and he brought me in along with, 7 or 8 other guys. And that's when it took off. Unfortunately, tore my ACL, but, came back in 19 and, been kicking it ever since, right? So it's been, that I thought about these people that have been.
That's cool.
Helping me out along the way, because without them, my snappers holders, and obviously my circle outside of football, definitely would have not had happened.
Well, you're the first guy, first of all, to bring a notebook to the show, so that's impressive, and it's got all kinds of tabs in there. But for you to go to the effort to write down all your holders and long snappers, it says something about you. And when you connect on a field goal, whether it's a 10, 12-yarder or a 55-yarder, you Jams and Ian LaRue kind of have this little huddle thing you do, and I think it's part your way to say, hey, this is a 3-man.
Yeah,
unit,
and then
right?
every time I kick a field, and I think this is when I know I'll retire, is when it doesn't matter if it's a short or long one. I'm still in awe when I kick it and I see it go through the goalpost. It's like it slows down, and I'm like, wow, I get to do this. Like it's pretty blessed. Like, obviously, there's been a lot of that's gone in the background, right? Like a lot of work and a lot of patience, a lot of failures. I think I've been cut 9 times, right? And people don't see that, right? And the torn ACL, me trying to be an athlete, and so it's there's a period of where the suck period where it's like nothing is going well for you when you're trying to pursue whatever it is.
Yep.
Right. And I think as long as you can you can endure that period, then you'll be able to get what you're trying to pursue.
What I find interesting is that I can remember back in training camp, like you work at this. This isn't a natural ability. There's some of that obviously, but you work at this you're very precise about it. And I remember in camp watching you work with Brady Lidster, who was one of our draft picks, and now he's kicking for the Argos. And I'm sure that you had an influence on him too. But there's more to this than just swinging your leg and watching it go through the uprights. Maybe talk about how much, because at the beginning it's probably a lot of just natural ability, and then as you go along, you probably start fine-tuning every little thing. That's
and it's just it's so obviously there's I was never a strong guy. To this day I think I'm a technical guy. I don't have a lot of I'm not tall, right? You have some kickers who are 6'3", 6'4", some punters, right? That hot, tall.
Yep.
They can hit a ball and it'll still go, like a kicker, it'll still go 50 yards. And early on in my career in college, I would hit a ball and it would barely make it from like 40, 45, just because I didn't have that natural strength, right? So working on the technique, but more I think the mental aspect, right? And it's just, I think a lot of people forget that aspect. We train so hard in the gym. People like focus so much on, one-on-one coaching, which is great, but don't forget about this, right? And I remember in my junior year, so 2012 at West Texas A&M University, I finished All-American. I think I missed 2 kicks all year out of like 24, 25. And I remember in the offseason working out with my buddy Aaron Wampler. He was my snapper. And I was just going through so much doubt. And he's like, Serge, you just finished All-American. How are you still struggling with this? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just don't have any confidence. So he's like, hey, my professor, Dr. Michelle Barlett at West Texas A&M, she's still there. She does sports psychology. Maybe you should go see her. So I went to go see her one Wednesday afternoon. And long story short, the majority of my insecurities came to because of the lack of my father not being there. I always thought if I play good, if I do well, he's going to come watch. And for whatever reason, it just didn't work out, right? And I remember the one time he came to see me play, November 2nd, 2012, we lost against Midwestern State. But I just remember that day, I was a junior in university, and I just remember bawling before the game because I was just so raw emotions. I was so nervous, and that's why for me, it's like my biggest dream when I was a kid, it was like, I wanted to play professional soccer at the time, but I wanted to be a dad. I wanted to be a husband.
Yep.
And that's why, like, every opportunity that I get on the field, I try to go to, people in the stands, kids in the stands, because I remember being that kid in the stand where it's like I couldn't wait to go to a game, and I couldn't wait to maybe just get a chance just to high five to a guy, because sports brought me joy. And the platform that we have here in Winnipeg, I think it's so big, right? The market's so big. And so, I don't know how we got lost track in that. And then, but obviously the mental aspect is big, right? Going back to Michelle Barlett, and I have this notebook here, and I write down my journal, how I feel emotionally, right, every day, and I keep those things in check, right? And like I create this little piece of paper list of affirmations, and anytime I put it in my hip pocket, and anytime I feel any negative thoughts come in my head during the game, I pull that out, right? And so
How old is Jared now?
He's 5.5.
So when you kick the bombs, he can he'll remember this.
Yeah. He's starting to
That's
understand.
got to be pretty powerful.
and
The
that's the
dad
thing.
and son.
He's starting to understand what I do now, right? Which is pretty cool, and he thinks I'm cool. Except when I tell him, "Hey, no more ice cream, or got to go to bed early," right? Especially right now, because my wife's back in Texas, right, teaching with my daughter Luisa. So it's just us boys here right now. So it's pretty cool. But I started this brand called Swing Chingon because that's one of the affirmations I write. So Chingon in the Mexican slang means badass, think the biggest, think the highest. So that's one thing I've always told myself, and I write down my affirmations is swing chingon. Like with every kick that I go, my mentality is going to make it, right? So swing chingon, not only in kicks, but also in life. And I'm starting to see the impact on him because I wear it on the daily, and he's starting to wear it on the daily too. And that's all he wants to wear. So it's just like, okay, I think I'm doing something right with my small circle, right? Which is my biggest priority right now, which is my son.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest joy as a man, as a father, right? Is just being present, right? And for me, it's just
good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a
so,
start.
yeah. Sorry again, a little.
No, we'll get to more on the swing shingon because that we have a whole segment set aside for this. But I just wanted to ask you because you mentioned the power of the psychologist at West Texas. Maybe talk about the role that Jams plays in that because that's sort of his background, right? And so how does he help you even? Because we always think the ball snapped to the guy, he puts the ball in the tee and you kick away. But there's a lot more to your relationship than that, right?
And Jams already knows my body language. He knows, and I try to stay zen. Doesn't matter if I make a big one or if I miss. I try to stay zen, but he knows my body language. So he knows how to approach me from the mental aspect, like, how you feeling, right? Or this and that, right? Or if, he knows the cues to tell me from a technical aspect. Like, for example, like if I'm hooking a lot, hey, just go 80%, right? Which is what a lot of times cures that hook, right? And just go nice and smooth, right? So having him, like in golf, a caddy, right, is just so big, right? So it's just obviously we've been together for now since 23, and he knows me, I know him. He probably helps me more than I help him, to be honest. And it's been big, right?
Yep.
And Ian too, right? Like I'm older than Ian, I'm older than Jabs, but I continue to rely on these guys because they're the ones I work with 6 months out of the year together. They see me every single day. I see them every single day, right? And so I think that's when you start getting better as teammates, when you get to know their tendencies, when they're off, when they're not off the field. Because if you can fix that or help them in that aspect on the field, results will be better.
Do you think that, Sergio, there's all kinds of things we could get into about your kicking and the motion and the technique and all that, but do you think that maybe part of this record and being so successful is your balance in life and your dad and this is what you want it to be, and does that help kind of maybe you deal with the ups and downs better because there's more of a foundation to you?
Yeah, definitely. And it's I try when I go home, I leave football here, and I'm dad once and husband when I'm at home, right? So I got to be the best actor out there, right? I got to pretend I'm a ninja or whatever Jared's idea has, Cowboys, and whatever he wants to do that day, right? So, and so yeah, I think that's the thing is like once you can start finding things you enjoy that can help you relax, take off of your work, right? Because we all have work, right? It'll help you enjoy life a little bit more, right? And then once you start looking too far ahead, like early in the season, I had missed 3 or 4 very early on, something I wasn't accustomed to. And I was already thinking ahead, am I going to play well, this and that? And the next thing you know, you go through just all these negative thoughts. And it's like, okay, let's boil it down real simple, my day. As soon as I wake up, I'm just going to brush my teeth. That's all I'm going to focus on. Next thing I'll put on my socks. And once I start boiling down to the detail of the day, I forget about the game.
Yep.
Right? And then it kind of, like right now, we're day 2, right? Yeah, we're day 2. I'm just enjoying the heck out of day 2. I haven't even thought about the game, right? And then tonight, what are we doing? Shoot, we might go to the range, Jared and I, right? That might be our thing. So the best thing is obviously it's easier said than done, but be where your 2 feet are at.
Yep.
And enjoy what's in front of you, because a lot of times it was early on in the season, I was missing out on Adriana, Jared, and Luisa because physically I was there, but mentally I wasn't there, right? So I think I think that's the whole thing of waking up early that helps me out, right? It's like I dedicate time to those negative emotions because if you don't dedicate time to those emotions, Dr. Too Good told me about this. She's like, these emotions will spark out of nowhere. And then you don't want them to spark in moments like a game, pre-game, right? There's been some stuff where like, some stuff that, personal stuff where it's like, if I don't, 2 years ago, I was dealing with something and it sparked out of nowhere these negative emotions in pregame when we were in Hamilton. And I just didn't feel like playing. I did well. I went, I think 3 for 3, 4 for 4 that night, but I wasn't enjoying it. So I think it's key is like whatever you're going through in life, right? Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, try to attack it before your day starts or at the end of the day. But I like before the day because once the day starts, everyone's asking for your time. Your teammates, work, family, hey, and before you know it, it's like, shoot, where's my me time? Right? I think if you give yourself time, you energize yourself, then you give to your people around you.
Yeah. And you got to figure it out.
I'm trying.
It seems
I'm
like
trying.
you're in a good place.
I'm in a good place. I'm in a good headspace. I think the biggest thing that I do is I write down how I feel every day, right? Good or bad. Because it's not just bad, right? There's going to be a lot of good stuff, right? Like years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I questioned, photography, maybe I can do that. Got a camera and boom, been able to shoot at different venues, different sporting events, all because I questioned it, right? So
you can write down there, good interview, good chicken burger, good pizza with flaming hot Cheetos on
it's
it.
been a good day.
Yeah, right on.
Now we need his ice cream or something. Cookies and cream.
Now you're getting greedy, Sergio. Okay, well, let's talk about swing Shingon. You mentioned it again, so it means kind of badass.
Yeah, badass.
I kind of want to jump in, actually. We're going to run out of time here. We've been 40 minutes already. So I know.
Damn.
So I'm going to jump in quick because we have a ton of people hanging out. We're getting some great feedback in the chat. Tons of questions.
Bring on the questions.
So we'll need to get to all those in a minute. But before we do, the moment that everyone's been waiting for, the jersey giveaway.
Yeah.
So, whose jersey are we giving away?
Yours.
Mine. Let's go.
So, again, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you to Winnipeg Sports Talk for sending their viewers over to hang out with us after they got off the air. We're having a great time chopping it up with Sergio. You guys came into the middle of an amazing conversation, and you missed some amazing conversation earlier. So go back and watch once we're off the air because you missed some great food talk and some great alien talk and some other stuff. It's been awesome.
You know what? Let's do this with the giveaway with the T-shirt. I'll give away one of my caps.
Okay,
as well. And I got black, blue, and green. But
you have to pick. You pick black, blue, or green. You tell me right now.
Let's do black.
Okay, let's do black.
The black will go well with the jersey.
This just in, if you win the jersey, you're also going home with a black Swing Shingon hat. So the link is in the chat in just one moment here. I'm going to throw it in the chat. And you'll be entered to win a, hold on one second, brain multitask.
This gives me a chance to eat more pizza.
That's right.
So there's the link in the chat right now. If you go to that link, you sign up with your email for a chance to win a Sergio Castillo jersey, which has number 14 on it. I have 13 in the overlay. I made a mistake typing. Sue me. It has 14 on it. You can win a Sergio Castillo jersey and a black Swing Shingon hat. Sign up with your email for one entry and subscribe to the YouTube channel for a bonus entry. We have the Huddle every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, or as many Tuesdays of the season that we can. We have the Handled Internally podcast with Zach Coleros. We have media every single day. We have shorts. We have practice clips. The YouTube has tons of great content. So subscribe to the YouTube channel for a bonus entry, with the only stipulation being you need to be able to come and pick the jersey up in the Bomber store. We can't ship it out. You have to come and pick it up. But again, that link is in the chat. Sign up with your email. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you could win a Sergio Castillo jersey and a Swing Shingon hat. That's very kind of you to add to the giveaway. So thank you, Sergio.
This is why we get Josh to do this. Because if I had done that, it would have taken another 10 minutes.
This guy says get Jams to throw in some proper coffee.
Oh, there we go. You know what? We'll throw in a coffee in there as well. You get 3 items: jersey, Swing Shingon cap, and not proper.
We'll
coffee.
have to have Jams on again, too.
We got to have Jammer back on, too.
Yeah, to plug his proper
There we
coffee.
go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jams. I already threw you in here, man. We're going to give it back away.
So, I didn't realize we were going this long here because Sergio's a great storyteller. So we should go right to fan questions, right?
Let's go.
We got 20 minutes to go.
We'll give you give us the 2-minute explanation of Swing Shingon.
Yeah, you kind of already touched on it.
Touch on it. So, I'm big on journaling, right? Yeah. And So for me, it's since 2012, I journal a lot, right? But Dr. Michelle Bartlett, my sports psychologist at university, told me, Serge, I want you to come up with affirmations that are going to make you feel good about yourself on and off the field. And I remember that Wednesday afternoon when I came out of that meeting, we made a list, and I pulled that. I got out around 3:00, went to bed around 11. I pulled that list out 63 times in the span of 8 hours. That's how many times I thought negative. Anytime you feel negative, pull that list out. So for me, it was like, okay, what I needed to boil it down to for a couple affirmations on the field, because the offense is driving down, or if I think negative, right? It could be one time a quarter, it could be 10 times a quarter I'm think negative. I don't know how my mind's going to react. But that is one exercise to do that helps me out, is that short affirmations list. And one of the affirmations is swing chingon, right? So for me, it's like with every kick, have the mindset, a chingon mindset that you're going to make it, right? So, but also I think that can relate to in life, right? Swing chingon in life, whatever you're trying to pursue, right? So like every time with Jare, I'm like, hey, let's have a good day, chingon. Like, hey, you're a badass, right? Trying to instill that belief and confidence in him, right? So we're all dealing with something, right? On or off the field, at work or off of work, everybody. So for me, if I can show a little bit of my story, what's a model of what's helped me in life, I think that's a win.
I love that approach, man.
So swing chingon, baby.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, well, I don't need to get in the way here. Let's take some questions from fans, because I'm sure there's a million.
We are getting hundreds of comments in the live stream.
I hope it's good.
You're terrible. No, people are very excited. So I'm going to do my best to get to all of them.
All right, let's shoot it. Rapid fire.
We'll see what we can do.
Let's see if we can get 20 questions in 16 minutes.
We can get 20 questions for sure. Easy.
All right, let's go.
First up, this fan wants to know from Logan Weeb, what are your thoughts on the Manitoba Stampede and exhibition?
Man, I love it. It was 2 years in a row that I get to go. And last year, when we went for the first time, I didn't expect this big family event. And it was it's a great getaway. So I encourage people who have never been to the Manitoba Stampede. It's 3 days, right? I don't know what date it is next year, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, great for the kids, family environment, make memories. We went last year, and as soon as it was over, I was asking, hey, what dates are there next year? Because we wanted to go, right? So, and we got to go this year too. So we had a good time. So it's one of the Manitoba things that I look forward to every year now.
Ah, good answer.
Cool. This person says, congratulations on the record, Sergio. There's a lot of that in the chat. What is the furthest field goal you've ever made, including practice?
I think 2 years ago or maybe last year in a bye week, I think I made a 71.
Wow.
Now I had some of Amarillo win helping me out, right? But, maybe some rice and beans,
71, dang. This next person says, what have been your favorite photography subjects lately?
I'm a sports guy, right? Basketball is very interesting because I don't know the game too
You're shooting
well.
the Seabears game.
Yes. So you got to study the game, right? So I think it's cool shooting that because in hockey, I don't know the game very well. Unlike soccer, baseball, football, like I can anticipate the shot because I know what's coming. But with these two new sports, it's very interesting because I don't know the game. So like it's a challenge because it sucks when you miss the shot or you get half of the body or the shot's already gone. So that's a challenge. So, right now for me, it's hockey and basketball.
That's cool.
Nice. This next question is, Sergio, what is your favorite soccer club team?
Chivas from Guadalajara, right? So that's a no-brainer since I was born, baby.
You got the kit, the jersey,
I
everything?
got everything at home, and Jared has it too, so.
Chivas.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's a lot of stuff to get through here. Holy moly. Do you have a favorite kicking moment in your career?
So I'm big on visions, right? So when I was in 6th grade, I had this dream where I would see my mom and my future wife watch me play. I'm in 6th grade. I'm 12 years old. I don't know who my future wife is going to be, right? But I would always see this from third point of view, right? And in this dream, my future wife was pregnant, right? My biggest dream was to be a family man, right? Fast forward, I'm with the New York Jets. I don't know if I'm going to play the game or not because the starter was injured. He's game time decision. We're going to Kansas City during COVID 2020. This is the only game in our schedule with fans because it was COVID.
Oh, yeah, right.
25% capacity. So Adriana and my mom, I told them, hey, let's get a ticket with insurance to Kansas just in case I play. I'm getting on the plane. They told me, Sergio, you're playing. So I tell them, hey, go to Kansas. So I'm writing a letter to my mom and Adriana how my dream, not only playing in the NFL was going to come true, but my dream when I had in 6th grade was going to come true, where my mom and my future wife that was pregnant, Adriana was pregnant 5 or 6 months at the time with Jared. And so I'm big on visions and how that's been. And so fast forward second quarter, it's I don't know how long the kick is at the time, but they yell punt. And I tell Coach Boyer, the special teams coach, let's kick it. He's like, you sure? And before he can even think, I just start running on the field. And he says like, oh, all right, field goal. And I remember Adriana and my mom were all the way up there with Jesus Christ in the very last row, right? That's where the tickets they gave us. And I could see because they were the only in green. And we kicked it, and it was a 55-yarder.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, and that's how, big on visions because that dream came true. So that's probably my favorite kick.
You got to write a book, man.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
You know what my favorite Sergio moment is? 5 for 5, 2021
Hey.
Grey Cup.
That's pretty good. That's
That was a good day.
That's up
That was a good day.
Caleb, we got rapid fire here. 12
right.
minutes. What's your average golf score?
Yo, shoot. When I'm not playing consistently, I'm playing the hundreds. But when I'm playing consistently, I would say like high 80s, low 90s.
Yeah, Poppy's good. We've golfed a few times together. He's usually low 90s.
Yeah.
Low 90s.
We had a good day the other day.
Yeah, we did. This person says, not to get too far into it if you don't want to, but this person wants to know how you think kicking will change when the uprights move.
It'll be interesting.
Good question.
Great question.
I think it might go in terms of where we might not have as much of a say in the game like the States. In the States, you kick 30 field goals a year, and that's a lot. Here, on a bad year, on a low-end year, you're kicking 40 field goals, 40, 50 field goals, right? So,
Right.
I mean, you have guys in the NFL, they barely in the 20s, mid-20s, right? So it'll be interesting how it goes, right? You know, are you going to punt from the 30? But now that's a 53-yarder, right? So, from the 40, you're in 60-yard range. So it'll be very, very interesting.
Yep, it's a good point.
Yeah, great question. Good answer. We haven't had you on to talk about that yet. So, someone wants to know if the somersault celebration is going to make a reappearance.
Oh, see, that came out of nowhere. I didn't plan that or anything. I just went all on feel. It was just out of nowhere. And this pose was from Mexican star forward named Cuauhtemoc Blanco.
Someone said that in chat. Someone in the chat brought it up.
He played with Club America, which was our biggest rival from Chivas, but my grandma's favorite team and player. Oh man, we would have some heated arguments when it was a classic game, once a year.
That's awesome. This person wants to know if you ever notice fans in the stadium playing maracas when you.
Oh yeah, bring it on. Bring even more. I love it. Bring more culture, baby. Next time we make do we sell tequila in the game?
Probably.
Yeah.
Do we?
Let's take a shot. Well, I can't take a shot, but take a shot for me when I make a field goal.
I actually
And tag us.
We're busy working. We have no idea what they do.
I'll take a shot.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh man, again, there's so much stuff. Do you have a favorite kicker of all time?
Adam Vinatieri, right? He's the only guy.
Hall of Fame this year, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. 2 field goals, game winners in the NFL. Butker had one, I guess you could say, a couple years ago, but it was like a 20-yarder.
Right.
But to kick, and during Vinatieri's time, to kick a high, in the 40s was kind of far. And to kick 2 of them,
Yeah. Yeah.
then
And he wasn't a dome guy or anything, right?
No,
was
I mean,
kicking
he was
all
in New
kinds of-
England, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All kinds of wild conditions.
This person wants to know who is your favorite teammate?
I wonder who's asking.
I'm going to go with Stanley because this is how he gets up. Can we get the camera over here viewing? It's just so hilarious, just him just trying to walk through.
Okay.
Good question. Good answer. When you bring in the physicality into
That was
the
great.
answer.
I'm surprised. We have 9 minutes left. We'll get through some more questions, but before we do, remember to enter the jersey giveaway. The link is in the chat, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel for a bonus entry and for tons more awesome content. And also, shout out to the Bomber app. We have a ton of people here from the Bomber app.
Let's go.
Because we got the brand new Bomber app. It's got everything you need: tickets, merch, all the news, all Ed Tate's stories, a lot of our content. It's all in the Bomber app. So download that wherever you get your apps on all your devices, and it's your best connection to the team right there. So make sure you get the app. We're gonna finish off with a few more questions here. I'm trying to get through as many as we possibly can. There's been a bunch of people that have said, we really appreciate how you come and say hi to fans on the road in visiting stadiums. What's your favorite stadium to play on the road?
I mean, BC, you can't go wrong with it. Obviously, it's indoor, but the vibes that the city
It's
brings.
loud, yeah.
It's
too.
BC is nice. Obviously, it's fun to play in SAS because of the environments. You
Yeah.
want to play in those type of environments, right? So, what is it called? The
Pilsner, Pill Country.
I make sure my first time I was running out of the tunnel because it's right there as soon as you.
Yeah.
I make sure I don't look. The first time I looked and they were eating me up, man. So now I know as soon as I get out, I'm like blinders. I'm going because but that's what it's all about. It's
Absolutely.
fun, right?
They're ruthless.
But when I was with Edmonton or other teams, and I would come here, oh man, it was rough too.
This person says, what does it feel like to be a record holder?
It hasn't hit, I think, because I'm in the moment, right? And then not much of the other records have really hit, and I think it's just maybe hopefully when I retire in 15 years.
You're gonna make this unbreakable, unbreakable record.
I haven't really thought about much about it, right? And maybe because as soon as I get home, Jared's like, this and that, blah, blah, you got to do, I'm on dad mode. And
Yeah.
and obviously you're focused already on the next game, right? So maybe I think when I retire, I'll be able to enjoy it a little bit more.
In 2041, when
In
you retire.
2041, that's
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Which city in Texas do you hope gets an NHL expansion team? Is that something that you care about or tickles your fancy?
I mean, I guess you could say, maybe San Antonio. I didn't know there was another.
They're saying who would you hope gets a team in Texas?
Well, I mean, San Antonio or Houston, right? Because then that would kind of bring a nice little.
Yeah, Houston's on their radar.
Yeah.
The NHL, yeah.
It's a great sports market.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I got my son into skating lessons.
Really?
Yeah.
All right on.
So I'm doing the all Canadian things.
This person wants to know if you have a favorite luchador.
La Parca. That was my grandma's favorite. Which both of them, may they rest in peace. But it was all black skeleton, and he had this crazy dance moves. My grandma would go nuts for him. But that La Parca, yeah. Which, by the way, I remember when I was younger, my grandma and I on Sundays, we would watch soccer, and then watch lucha libre, Saturdays, Sundays, and then during the week we would watch Laura en America, El Gordo de la Flaca, these Latino shows that would come out as soon as I get home from practice, whatever. And she always had my 3 bean burritos right there, ready for my cousins Tito and Baby Ray and I, man, and cookies.
This is a great question. Someone wants to know, how far can you kick with your bad leg?
Oh, not even 15 yards. It's
wild, eh?
It's
That's a good
wild,
question.
yeah.
That's a great
I
question.
tried throwing a baseball because I play baseball quite a bit, softball, and I couldn't even throw it far, and it was bad.
Yeah.
With my
It's
non-dominant.
tough to throw with your other
Non-dominant,
hand,
yeah.
without it looking bad.
This person says, can Sergio come on the Huddle every second week just to give the others a chance still?
Well, our numbers would probably go up substantially, right?
They would. And let me see if I can find one more question to close us out here. This person says, is your family and new daughter here in Winnipeg or back home in Texas?
So my wife, she still teaches, and she's a women's soccer coach at Canyon High. So my daughter, Luisa, and her, they're back in Texas.
The school started already.
Yeah, school started already, right? So, and then Jared's still here. I mean, he's in kinder, but I can teach him, the stuff. So I'm trying to convince the wifey so I can keep Jared to the end of the season. I'll put him in school here. and but she's not liking that idea too much. So, yeah.
And before I throw it back to Ed to close it out, I'll just say one more time, you can still enter the jersey giveaway. The link is live in the chat until the end of the episode. So if you want to win not only a Sergio Castillo jersey, but also a Swing Chingon baseball hat and
Proper
a bag
coffee.
of Proper coffee,
Yeah.
enter that giveaway with your email. You have to be able to come and pick it up at the Bomber Stadium. But yeah, good luck to everyone entering. Thank you everyone for hanging out today, and shout out to the Bomber app and all the people from the Bomber app that came and hung out. And hopefully we'll do this again next week. Eddie?
Yeah. Listen, again, thanks for everybody for joining us. Thanks, Sergio. Because of you, we got 2 things to eat today,
Hey.
too. A chicken burger, which is the food feature of the week. And I'll tell you what, you sold me on the Flamin' Hot
Man.
Cheetos on the pizza.
That's good, man.
I am
That's
trying this
good.
again and more. I'm going to gorge later on. Listen, again, yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks, Sergio. Always a pleasure to have you on. The new record holder, the Swing Chingon thing, I hope that's going like crazy. I got a couple items already. They're awesome. You're just a delight to be around, man. Everybody, that's why you're so popular back in that room. You bring an energy, man. I know you say you had your good days and your bad moments. I don't see many of those, the bad moments. So you're an electric person, and it's contagious. Thank you. Yeah, so like and subscribe, as Josh always says. I think we will try to do a show next Tuesday. The team is practicing next Tuesday, I believe.
And
That's
then
always
that
I
is
can
the,
talk-
the week of
I
Labor
can-
Day.
this the week leading up to the Labor Day
already?
Classic.
Damn.
So thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe. Don't forget this Friday, over 30,000 sold, and it's Military Appreciation Night. Go Bombers against the Montreal Alouettes.